Okay, today's video we're going to go over how to follow the Major Softball Conference for 2023. So you open your browser here, type in conferenceusssa.com, and here you have all kinds of information. You have the latest information about the newest conference event, which is this weekend, the Sin City Classic. If you scroll down, you see some of the upcoming events. If you go down further, you see the conference preseason rankings article, the Las Vegas Major Tournament preview, and old tournament reports. You can find all that here in Conference USSSA each week. So if you click under events, you're going to get to each event. If you go to USSSALive, you're going to go to where they stream the games live each weekend of the conference and world tournaments. You can click the Live Now button. That'll show you all the fields that are available. Of course, today is Thursday morning, so there aren't any games yet. But tomorrow this will be filled with 6 games. If we go back to conferenceusssa.com, and we go to the news, you can see the latest news listed. Of course, the preseason rankings, the tournament preview. Let's check out that tournament preview, because each week of the conference, you're going to see that they have the dates of the tournament, pictures from past tournaments. You can click the bracket here. You can click USSSA Live. We have a chat room that'll be available during the tournaments, where you can keep up with you can ask questions and things. A little bit about, this is the 13th annual tournament. There's going to be 6 fields streamed. And we're going to have the debut of a new show called, right here, the Conference Prime Time. So this channel will be up 4 or more hours each day of the tournament. It's kind of like a red zone channel, though. Eric McCarthy, the host, is going to go back and forth between fields depending on which game is the best. Also in the preview, you can see the team list for the men's and the women's, 38 teams on the men's side. Overhead view of the fields at Big League Dreams. The address to the park, if you're a player, you need to get to the park. The field dimensions of each park, and the weather, and then it shows past winners. It's been 11 years. Most of the tournaments, or half of them, have been won by Brett Helmer's group. You can see, you can click on the old tournament reports for each year, the pictures. So that's basically the preview right there. And then tournament reports have all kinds of information. You can see this was the Major World Series tournament report. Pictures, links, field dimensions, links to video clips, video highlights, live stream archives. There's 895 pictures in this picture album. You can check out the almanac, the stats, the bracket, and all of the condensed games. And then it goes into just a kind of a magazine-style tournament report. So we'll go back to the top up here in the news. You can also see conference information. This link goes over here to web.usssa.com, shows you all the rosters, all the teams in the conference, the history of the conference, the point standings, the stats per event, the league leaders, etc. And if we go back up here to the top, you also see we have, after the tournament this year, we're going to have a This Week in Softball show, goes in depth on the tournament with video clip highlights, game by game reporting. Then we have the Hit and Sit show, which is a roundtable discussion about the tournament with different guests from the softball world. And then, of course, you can click over to the Facebook page, USSSA-Slowpitch on Facebook. You can go over to the YouTube channel. YouTube channel has kind of a video of the day, and then they have some playlists for condensed games, Major Softball, and how to do things, USSSA Worlds, Challenge Cup, condensed games, highlights. You can see there's also fast pitch and baseball. And then you can go to the standings pages. Of course, these, we haven't had a tournament this year, so these are going to show the 2022 point standings. And again, you can see stats, teams that were in it, etc. And then we have the same thing for the women's standings. You can check out the conference and world tournament schedules. If your team wants to get in a conference event or a USSSA or GSL world tournament. Also up here, as we go across, you have men's statistics, and we have this men's and women's advanced statistics. Let me click that and show you. This loads in. It's a Google Doc of advanced statistics. Okay, so this is last year. We'll have this year's stats soon. It's broken out by class. These are the team stats. If you click in there and then use the right and left arrow keys, you can move around, see more stats. And then if you scroll down below the team stats, you have the individual players on each team stats. And same thing, you can click in there, move your thumb on if you're on an iPhone, you can go left and right, see more stats. And we have those advanced stats for the men and women. We have the league leaders tab, which also loads in, who led in each of the different categories. And then up here under rankings, we have the computer rankings each week. And it shows who won each tournament, top 4, as well as the computer rankings. Monsta actually won the computer rankings, which, if you look, 3.56 to 3.01 in 4th place. They were basically practically dead even in the major division last year. Now we go over here to player lists. You can see the major and watch lists, the free agents that are available, and you can see the men's and women's roster moves. Here's the roster move page for 2023 so far. You can see on the 28th of March, Michael Thorbrogger was added to Competitive Edge. And you have some tabs with conference rules and some lodging and contacts for the conference. That's conferenceusssa.com. You should go there each weekday and find out what's new articles, new videos, etc. Now we're going to go over to softballcenter.com, which has a lot of the same information, plus a lot of history of the conference. You can look at tournament reports all the way back to 2008. You can play the Juneau Athletics Pick'em game, which has a lot of prizes. You see there's a link to the bracket, and then it loads in the questions. And basically you put in your email, your username, and then you pick who's going to win, finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and tied for 5th. You're also going to pick the highest non-conference finishing team. You'll get scored on all those picks, and we'll put the results on Softball Center and the Old Scout each week. You can see a lot of tabs here, a lot of history of the conference and upper level softball. You click over here to the Old Scout message board. This is how you communicate about slow pitch softball, mainly upper level, but you can talk about any level here. You can see the Old Scout sponsored by Juneau Athletics, and then we have the latest 5 articles here from Conference USSSA that you can click over to. Right now it's the preseason rankings, a tournament preview, tournament report, a condensed game from the past, 2017, the AA report is all up there. Then you have the quick links to the bracket for the weekend. You can talk, You can click over to conference news, tournament reports, the YouTube channels, the Hit and Sit show, play the pick'em game from here. And then the message board, you have the news area, and then you have the latest conversation. If you look at the latest conversations, they're talking about the pick'em game, the bats, the bat rumors that are going around. And you just click on a title, and then you can read the posts below it. And you can respond by hitting the reply button. Or you can create, if you click the Old Scout logo, it'll go back to the home page. You can click new topic. So you can also sort it by topics instead of having to click into either the news or the post. So this board gets a lot of action as the season starts here, so check it out. So basically we have conferenceusssa.com, we have the YouTube page, we have Softball Center, and the message board is the Old Scout. So those are the ways to follow the conference this year. This weekend, USSSALive.com for live games. Next week, we'll have reports, rankings, and the Hit and Sit shows on Wednesday. We'll have This Week in Softball on Thursday. So a lot of new stuff coming up here as the season starts. In the comment section, you can leave questions, and I'll answer them. But for now, that's all we have for this video. Thanks for watching.